And a good day to everybody. I'm Jewel, and this is J7409 Weather. Lots and lots to talk about. All kind of rain and wind is going to be happening today, and right on through tomorrow with heavy rain and strong winds to the northeast late today, right into tomorrow. And heavy rain and mountain snows are likely across parts of the Pacific Northwest. Today, of course, is Wednesday, the 16th of October, 2019. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. First off, let's check out the tropics and see what's happening. It's looking like that 15 is falling apart, people. Don't worry about it. It's got winds of 30 miles per hour. The minimum central pressure, 1,009 millibars. It's located at 17.3 north, 24.1 west. It's moving northwest at 8 miles per hour, but it's just the remnants. It's falling apart. But remember, I think it was probably the end of last week, I was talking about this disturbance number 1 and how I thought it was going to bring rain up in this way. I'm going to show you something right quickly. Right now, it's a trough of low pressure. It's located over the southern Mexico and the Bay of Campeche area, and it's producing disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Now, the system is forecast to emerge over the Bay of Campeche later today and move slowly northward. Now, you can tell there's more development. It's orange now. The gradual development is possible, and a tropical or subtropical cyclone could form late this week over the western or central Gulf of Mexico, while this system is moving generally northeastward. Now, in 2 days, it's a 20% chance. 5 days, it's a 40% chance. Now, as we take a look over at the European model, you can see I've got this for Sunday at 5 p.m. Look at the rain coming down. There's Tallahassee moving right across the panhandle. Mobile, looks like you're going to get some good showers out of this also. And this rain is going to trail up, as you can see, in these areas northward, up into Birmingham, Huntsville, moving right on up. Western Tennessee may get a little rain out of this also, but this is what the system itself is looking like. I don't think it'll be a big bad storm, but it will have some wind with it. We'll check the wind out. The low is here, but only this quadrant of the system has any winds in it at all. So winds coming in around the coastline of the Panhandle. These are sustained winds at 29 miles per hour and all around, the Mobile coast. They're not too bad for sustained winds. We should have a little higher gusts, though. It's got gusts in it of 48 miles per hour, so everybody needs to be aware of this. I will keep my eyes on it, and if it develops any further, I'll be sure and let you know. And we're looking up into the New England states right now and what is going on. We got the surface low I've been talking about for days, trying to warn everybody. It's developing off the Delmarva coast by this afternoon. Now, it's forecast to rapidly deepen as it lifts up the coast into New England by tomorrow morning. Now, this system in the combination with an advancing cold front northeast for today into tomorrow is going to bring heavy rain, gusty winds, and you can get upwards to 2 to 3 inches of rain that could fall with this storm, especially from eastern New York to southern Maine, and localized flash flooding is also very, very, very possible. And this is set on the winds. This is this afternoon. You can see the system is off of Delmarva, and it's right in here. These winds, they're not too bad. We'll check it out here. Well, I should say, not too bad. They could be worse. 55 mile per hour wind gust. That's the wind gust. But I don't know why that happened, folks. Don't pay that any mind. Here we go. But let's run it up a little bit to around 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. Look how this system grows. It is a monster, folks, a monster. Look how big it is, going all the way up into Vermont, New Hampshire. Look at this. And look at these winds down here off the coast of Massachusetts, down around Nantucket and the areas. These winds are 89 miles per hour. You guys, these are the wind gusts. We'll check out the sustained winds right quick. Sustained winds in the system, 37 miles per hour. And they're moving right on up into parts of the coastline here of southern Maine, as you can see. So far as rain goes with this storm, lots and lots and lots of rain. Now this is early tomorrow morning at some point up around Boston. Look at all this rain. You're going to get 1.4 inches of rain within 3 hours. So I know some of you up in the Boston, Massachusetts area have been needing rain. It looks like it's on the way for sure. And before this thing gets out of here, I don't want to forget my friends up in Canada. We're going to move up to around 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. You can see what is happening over in Nova Scotia, down around Halifax. This is rain. This is rain. St. John's Island, you guys all in New Brunswick, you're getting rain, rain, rain. This system is also bringing a little snow with it for some of the more northwestern areas that are behind this system. It's kicking in that cold air, bringing a little snow there. And when we come down here to New York, we got a mixture. We got a mixture of snow and rain up in this area in northern New York. So folks, the winds are going to be great. Please be ready for them. We do have watches, warnings, and advisories out. Wind advisory is going to remain in effect from 10 p.m. this evening until 6 p.m. tomorrow. Where? For New Jersey's coastal counties as well as central and southern Delaware. West winds 20 to 30 miles per hour with gusts of 45 to 50 miles per hour are expected. Once again, from 10 p.m. this evening until 6 p.m. tomorrow. These strong wind gusts may take down some tree limbs, which could result in localized power outages, unsecured objects such as trash cans, lawn furniture. You got the picture. All this is going to be blown around by strong winds. So if you do have anything out, you might want to secure it or bring it in. We have a high wind watch in effect from tomorrow morning through tomorrow afternoon for Barnstable, Massachusetts, Duke, Massachusetts, Nantucket, Massachusetts counties. Now, this includes the cities of Chatham, Falmouth, Provincetown, Vineyard Haven, and Nantucket. Now, these winds could gust up to 55 miles per hour, and some could even reach 60 miles per hour, okay? Your sustained wind should be 25 to 35. The winds are going to have some very high gusts, though, in these areas. Now, this wind advisory is in effect from 10 p.m. this evening to 7 a.m. tomorrow morning for the high wind watch, and Thursday morning through Thursday afternoon for the high wind watch. Damaging winds, same deal, folks. Blow down trees, power lines, anything outside. And if you're driving a high-profile vehicle, please make sure and be safe on the highway. We have a coastal flood advisory in effect from midnight tonight until 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. Now, this is for areas of southern Fairfield, Connecticut, and southwestern or Westchester, New York. Southern Westchester, New York. Now, this is for the coastal flood advisory from midnight tonight till 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. And a flood statement should run from noon today until 3 p.m. this afternoon. Shallow flooding is expected in the most vulnerable locations near the waterfront and shoreline. Expect 1 to 2 feet of inundation above ground level in low-lying areas. Vulnerable areas, some roads and low-lying property, including parking lots, parks, lawns, homes, businesses with basements near the waterfront will experience some shallow flooding. Heavy rain during this time of high tide may exacerbate shoreline roadway and poor drainage flooding. And breaking waves will result in beach erosion. waves splash over onto the shoreline roads and properties. So please, folks, the storm is coming. Please make sure you're ready for it. And here we have a look at the NAM map. This will run through the next 3 days. As I turn it on, you can see this low pressure system, and it's a monster. It's a monster as it coincides with another low pressure. That's what's making this nor'easter type weather up around New England, moving on through. Now, as far as today goes, down around the south areas of the U.S., we got locally heavy rain and thunderstorms are also likely from the Carolinas to the Gulf Coast, along with this associated cold front. Now, this system is going to be bringing in a chilly air mass with afternoon highs 10 to 20 degrees below normal from the eastern plains, Mississippi Valley, to the Ohio Valley and central Appalachians. Meanwhile, out west, we got a couple of cold fronts into the Pacific Northwest. They should bring rain and mountain snows to much of the Northwest into the northern Rockies, with locally heavy rainfall possible along the favored terrain, with accumulating snow in the highest elevations of the Washington, Oregon, Cascade areas. Now, ahead of this, temperatures are forecast to be very warm from the Great Basin to the high plains, with daytime highs into the 70s for many. Warm temperatures, low humidity, and gusty winds will combine to bring an elevated fire weather threat across portions of this region, with red flag warnings right now currently in effect across the southeastern sections of Wyoming. And you can see how this is going to just spin on up and out right on through Maine up in this area as we keep our eyes on what's going on down here. This is what this system's looking like. The system that is on the National Hurricane Center map hadn't popped up yet. As I say, this is the NAM map. It only goes through the next 3 days. And so far as severe thunderstorms popping up today for severe weather, we do have thunderstorms that are going to be possible today across parts of the Gulf Coast states, eastern seaboard, lower Great Lakes, and the Pacific Northwest. But no severe thunderstorms look like they're going to hatch up. We have less than a 2% chance of tornadoes, high winds, or hail with any of these thunderstorms that should pop up in all of these areas that I've showed you, including out in the western section here of Oregon and Washington State, all the way up from Massachusetts, all the way down to Florida, and across down into Texas. And that's a check of your weather today. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Share this information. Thank you so much for watching. You know, I love you guys so much. Everybody stay safe if you're in these stormy areas today. I'm in one of them. And later on, this system, as you've seen, is going to crank up when it moves on up, down around Maryland and the Delmarva Peninsula, down in this area, moving up to New Jersey, right on up and out. So please be ready. Please be safe and aware if you're out and about. Have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day. Peace, love, and kindness to all. Thank you so much for watching.